Basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast. I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting.
There's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place.
Caitlin Clark has announced she will be taking a break from basketball until April, sidelining herself for over 200 days of the offseason. Meanwhile, Alyssa Thomas has spoken out about the offensive slurs she has received from some of Caitlin Clark's fans, shedding light on the toxic side of fan culture.
Allow me to publicly thank the Indiana Fever for putting up such a great fight tonight and for battling back again and again and again all season long. Let me thank Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level than they should be at this stage and age. Was I ever
Caitlin Clark got tackled to the ground in her last game, no surprise there, and, of course, no foul was called. Can someone explain how that wasn't a foul? Oh wait, I already know. It's because it was Caitlin Clark.
Things that this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So, yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So,
Alyssa Thomas expressed frustration after the game, not because of her team's performance, but due to the way some fans treated her, particularly those of Fever supporters. Interestingly, when she was tackled by Angel Reese some time ago, she stayed silent. But now, when it involves Caitlin Clark, the conversation seems to shift.
I don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And, we come to play basketball for our job and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it.
Is Caitlin Clark's decision to rest after her breakout WNBA season a pivotal moment in her career, and what does it signal for the future of women's basketball? As Caitlin steps away from the court for the next 200-plus days, fans and analysts are left to ponder the impact of her absence, not just on the Indiana Fever, but on the entire league. By choosing to prioritize rest over playing overseas or in 3-on-3 tournaments, Caitlin is redefining how elite players manage their careers. This shift raises big questions about the WNBA's future viewership and the broader influence on women's sports. Clark's well-earned break comes as no surprise when you consider her staggering workload. She played nearly a full NBA season, 81 games across 324 days, logging an incredible 2,850 minutes on the floor. This relentless schedule underscores why rest isn't just a luxury, but a necessity. Her decision marks a potential turning point, both for her own longevity and the league's approach to player wellness and star power.
Has 761 points, breaking the record once held by Simone Augustus. However, there is a caveat. Augustus set the mark back in 2006 when the WNBA regular season was just 34 games. Clark broke the record in 39.
Let's start by talking about Caitlin Clark's last game. This wasn't just any regular season matchup, it was a playoff showdown where everything was on the line and the pressure was at its peak. Facing a tough Connecticut Sun squad, the odds were stacked against the Fever. But as always, Caitlin showed up and delivered a performance that reminded everyone why she's become one of the most talked about players in the league. Caitlin scored an impressive 25 points and handed out 9 assists. Yet for those watching closely, it was clear she could have had even more assists. Time and again, she threaded perfect passes to her teammates, only to see easy layups missed. This wasn't just bad luck, it was Caitlin's playmaking on full display. She was creating opportunities, finding teammates in ideal spots, and making the game easier for everyone around her. Unfortunately, the shots just didn't fall.
Grade myself, I'm a tough grader. I feel like I had a solid year, but for me, the fun part is I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm one that's nitpicking every single thing I do. And I know I want to, help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates. And I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to improve. So that's what excites me the most. I feel like I can continue to get a lot better. And before we know it, I'm sure we'll all be back.
The pressure in that game wasn't just on Caitlin Clark's shoulders. The Fever, a team that had stumbled through parts of the season, were up against a seasoned and well-rounded Connecticut Sun squad with playoff experience. But Caitlin refused to back down. From the opening tip, she attacked the basket aggressively, took her shots with unwavering confidence, and did everything possible to give her team the best chance to win.
A lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as your own signature shoe had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave it.
Caitlin Clark's last game may have ended in disappointment, but her season as a whole was nothing short of spectacular. This was the year she firmly established herself as one of the most electrifying and talented players in the WNBA. From her scoring ability to her knack for creating opportunities for her teammates, Caitlin was truly the heart and soul of the Indiana Fever. It's crucial to appreciate just how remarkable her season was, especially given the intense competition in the league. Every team knew Caitlin was the player to stop. Defenses were crafted specifically to slow her down, and opposing coaches constantly adjusted their game plans to minimize her impact. Yet, despite all that pressure, Caitlin found ways to perform at an elite level, game after game, night after night.
A lot of fun watching Caitlin Clark's rookie season, which is now over. The Indiana Fever knocked out of the postseason by the Connecticut Sun in a 2-game sweep. And so we got to see the carryover from Iowa transition to the pro game, her ability to help develop a team's cohesion and chemistry. And we saw that work so well as the season went on. Clearly brought like a magnet phenomenal attention to the league, bringing new fans, a committed fan base, not just in her home arena, but bringing fans to away arenas and packing the houses and increasing different venues from smaller to larger because of their presence. It's been
Caitlin Clark's deep-range shooting is arguably one of her most remarkable skills. She has an uncanny ability to drain three-pointers from well beyond the arc, and she does it with incredible efficiency. This forces defenders to guard her tightly, which in turn opens up driving lanes that she exploits with her speed and exceptional ball handling. But Caitlin isn't just a scorer, she's also one of the league's best playmakers. Regularly dishing out assists and involving her teammates, her playmaking sets her apart from many other top scorers who focus mostly on putting points on the board. Caitlin has a rare vision on the court, knowing exactly when and where to make the perfect pass. Her 9 assists in the final game perfectly showcased this ability, and she could have had even more if her teammates had converted more of their chances. Beyond the stats, what truly distinguished Caitlin this season was her leadership. As a young player, she stepped up to become the cornerstone of the Fever. Her teammates looked to her in clutch moments, whether it was sinking a crucial shot in the final minutes or making a key defensive stop. Caitlin was always there when her team needed her most. That combination of on-court talent and leadership made her one of the most vital players in the WNBA this year.